Chat! Dude, she's gonna be the death of me. Like, Ice in the thumbnail, Amelia's in the thumbnail, the leering center, the quality leering center, dude. All of this is in the thumbnail. This is gonna be a bumpy ride. You know, I've been dreading this over my weekend. That's how much I hate politics, by the way. I really do. But we can do it. We can do it. We've done it with every video so far. We're gonna be brave, chat. We're gonna behave ourselves. We're gonna be civil. You're allowed to disagree or agree to disagree. While you're watching, we're gonna be fine. Warcraft guy in the thumbnail. Yeah, I even forgot about that. Epstein. Epstein's a Warcraft gamer. Yep. Yeah, I'm ready. All right, lay it down on me, Shoe. I'm prepared. Mentally preparing myself. Okay, let's go. Hellworld report.
Hello friends, my name is Shoe0nHead, and welcome to my new series, The Hellworld Report. Some of you may remember my old series that was just called Hellworld. If you do, you can qualify for a veterans discount. Congratulations! And if you remember the Gamergate days, well, please come collect your retirement.
Oh,
but
Jesus,
yeah, if you have not seen my old series, go check it out. I will put the link to the playlist down below. I think it's a really interesting time capsule into the years 2020 and 2021, like how crazy it was back then, and then in retrospect comparing it to how crazy it is now. But this is a shorter, more condensed version of that series. Think of it as a Temu, Jon Stewart, or Stephen Colbert before they morphed into the same flavor of shitlib. You see, I'm better than those—
I remember so many people in my school would watch it in college, and then he just became so unfunny. Yeah, specifically Colbert.
Late night Jimmys.
For sure.
I don't get my news from mainstream sources like some kind of hack. No. I get them from far more reputable places like Instagram Reels and Femboy Groyper69 on Twitter. From furry ballrooms and the Epstein files to OnlyFans green cards and kidnapping foreign leaders, from government-funded purple-haired girlfriends to a potential civil war, we have a very packed show for you today.
Oh boy,
it has been a
can't
crazy
wait.
year. And it is only January. As I am filming—
I'm so tired, chat. We're 31 days in.
This, we are currently having a huge winter storm.
This morning, snow, ice, and frigid temperatures sweeping across the nation. 20 states under a state of emergency.
Ah yes, perfect weather to make some poor immigrant deliver me chicken tendies. It's so cold that Michigan and Minnesota received reports about exploding trees. Leftists said no more ice, and God said—
I've seen these videos in Russia too, when it gets really, really cold in like the tundra. Yeah, in Siberia. Yeah, it just pops off like a little jacket. This is AI. I know this is AI, but there are actual pictures, yeah. Or like pictures, like videos.
Anyway, in news that should have stayed in 2016, apparently there is a new term women have coined called mankeeping. Mankeeping.
I'm so tired of all these dumb words, man. What do you mean man-keeping? Keeping ya man?
Is why women are done with dating. Researchers at Stanford have finally given a name to something many women have been dealing with for years. It's called mankeeping, and it's helping explain why so many women are stepping away from dating altogether. Mankeeping describes the emotional labor women end up doing in heterosexual relationships.
So what, am I not supposed to celebrate their, what is it, birthday, or coordinating social planned events? Why is it so sterile and weird? Like, if you flip this on the other foot and they were saying like woman keeping, like, oh my god, I can't believe we have to remember this woman's birthday. Do you know how dickish it would sound?
It goes beyond remembering birthdays or coordinating social plans. It means being your partner's one-man support system, managing his stress, interpreting his moods, holding his hand through feelings he won't share with anyone else. All of it unpaid, unacknowledged, and often unreciprocated.
Or it gives you the ick and then you dump him because he cried because he lost his puppy or something. Yeah, that's another one.
I hate this f***ing therapy speak people talk with nowadays. Emotional labor? You mean being there for your partner?
Yeah.
This is why so many people are just gonna start dating ChatGPT. People thought men were gonna be the ones dating AI. No. They're gonna be the ones with these sex robots. Women are the ones who want the daily affirmation machines.
And ChatGPT will do anything and go above and beyond to cater to your feelings, too. That's why ChatGPT psychosis is real.
Yes, honey, I love when you talk about all the drama at work. Tell me more about that bitch, Veronica. Man-spreading, mansplaining, man-interrupting, man-keeping, manscaping. Speaking of manscaping, before we dive into the news, let's quickly give a shout out to today's sponsor, a sponsor that can help you with your manscaping, Henson Shaving.
Ooh.
For the last few decades, razors haven't been designed to work better. They've been designed to be marketed better. More blades, more features, more gimmicks, and skin irritation is just something you're told to deal with. A big cause for that irritation is blade flex. Most razors use springs to let the blades move as you shave. That causes extra friction and razor burn, so people use aftershave, cold water, moisturizer, whatever. They fix the symptoms instead of the cause. But the question nobody asks is, should the blade actually move? How do we fix the actual problem? That's where Henson Shaving comes in. By fully supporting a two-sided blade all across its length at a 30-degree angle, they hold the blade in place to prevent any bouncing, skipping, just giving you an irritation-free shave. No springs, no movement, no reason to compensate with pressure. What separates Henson is the precision behind their design. With their Henson AL13 safety razor being manufactured—
Just use a knife. Alright, Crocodile Dundee, relax. Some of us can't do that, okay?
in the same aerospace machine shop that built parts for the International Space Station. This level of precision allows the blade to extend just 1/1000th of an inch beyond the shave plane, less than the thickness of a human hair. Since I switched to Henson like almost 2 years ago now, I've noticed my shaves have been way silkier and smoother. No tugging, no cuts, just a close shave that feels great on my skin. And here is the best part. Once you invest in a Henson razor, it is a lifetime purchase. The only thing you'll need to replace is the blades, which cost 10 cents each. So once you own the razor, you'll only be spending like 3 to 5.
Do you, you guys don't know this, but maybe you do know this. If you try to buy one of those Gillette razors and then you have to buy a pack of the replacement heads, it costs like $50. It's ridiculous.
$5 per year on blades.
Yes,
compared to the ongoing cost of buying those little plastic cartridges. Also, the Henson store offers a bunch of different colors, so you can pick out the razor that best suits your vibe. So if you're tired of razor burn, skin irritation, and paying for overpriced razor blades, Henson Shaving is definitely worth checking out. Just head over to hensonshaving.com/shoe and add both a Henson razor and 100 blades to your cart. Then enter the code SHOE at checkout to get the blades free with your purchase. Big thanks to Henson Shaving for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, as always, for not skipping the ad. You didn't, right? No, now, let's get back to the video. All right.
Wonderful.
Let's start with some good news. The median age of home buyers is now 59.
When will the pain end, chat? Yay!
But that's not all. America's seniors will now see a new $6,000 bonus exemption as part of the Working Families Tax Cut. That's $93 billion in tax cuts for seniors all over the country. And by Working Families Tax Cut, they mean you, the working family.
Yeah!
Giving another billion-dollar wealth transfer to the most oppressed class. Boomers! Why are we giving these geriatric f***s another tax break? Maybe they should pull themselves up by their bootstraps. Maybe they should stop.
Okay. Don't get me wrong. I'm also very much in the fuck the boomers camp. I remember getting the lectures from my parents about walking down in person to your local grocery store and handing them your resume. I love my parents, but that whole day sucked for me because we had to go to 10 different stores, and publicly embarrassed myself, and I didn't get a call back. However, I think it was like last week, I told chat to like press 1, I think it was, if they recently saw geriatric old boomers working at Walmart. Or any other store for that matter, like any grocery store. Likely because they had to come out of retirement because they're so broke and they have no retirement. That doesn't mean I agree with them giving like exclusive tax cuts. But I do think it's very, very telling that even the most privileged generation that had like everything basically handed to them, 0% interest rates. You could buy a house for like a year's salary as a milkman or a pizza man or delivery boy, whatever. That even they're struggling. I think that's such a bad sign.
Stop buying so much avocado toast. God forbid we help young families raise the next generation of Americans. No, that would be communism. Young people are poor as f*** nowadays.
True.
What are they supposed to do?
Piper Raquel, 18, claims she made $2.9 million in a single day after launching OnlyFans.
I'm not gonna say it.
No more rights. No more women's rights. I am ready for the Islamic Revolution. Mayor Mamdani, please press the Islamification button. I know the go-to joke is always, haha, women, am I right? But I think the real question here is, should men be allowed to have credit cards? This woman didn't magically create millions of dollars with her mind out of thin air. No. Millions of men made this woman a millionaire overnight. Where's the accountability for that? I'm out here policing the whores. We need some men to be out there policing the simps. We have a simp epidemic. Simps are out of control. Not all of them, though. Mine are cool. They can stay.
Yeah, mine can stay, too.
Also, isn't this like the third OnlyFans 18th birthday announcement?
It's all a fugazi. It's all either fake or completely inflated. I don't believe this shit. Yeah, sure, they made a lot of money, but like that much money? I don't know.
And the woman turns into a millionaire.
It's a PR stunt.
I don't believe that. Sus about that. But don't worry, thanks to AI, we are entering a new age of goonerism.
Oh, we saw this! I talked about this on stream! Oh my god.
Honestly, what's the big deal? Men are already talking to the guys in India who run the accounts of OnlyFans models.
This used to happen on World of Warcraft and other MMOs. If you could play a hot female character, you could go and dance like on a mailbox in like a city where there's a lot of people and fake being a girl for money. It's not that different, like truly. It's just more advanced at this point.
Models. Is this really any different?
Yeah, catfishing is very common.
But surely just becoming Indian men scamming other Indian men. But don't worry, not every internet waifu is a man using AI.
No, just me.
In fact, if you live in the UK, you may get a state-funded, far-right, purple-haired waifu. Introducing Pathways, a point-and-click video game created by the UK government to help prevent online radicalization.
Pathways is an educational visual novel and learning experience created by the UK media company Shoutout UK, with funding from UK government's Prevent program, run by the Home Office.
Your taxpayer dollars went into this. I would feel so salty.
The game is meant to teach the youth about dangers of radicalization and extremism in both real life and online. This is done by putting the players in a role of a character named Charlie, who must navigate 6 different scenarios relating to extremism. In the second scenario, the player is introduced to the character Amelia, a staunch anti-immigration protester depicted as a goth girl with purple hair, a pink dress, and a choker.
They really didn't do any research whatsoever. Like, zero. They don't know what would deter men from engaging with this content.
And the internet instantly fell in love with her.
Yep. Oh my god, she's so cute. It's like they made her have
short purple hair, thinking that that would prevent this from happening. But the UK failed to consider the fact that conservatives love art hoes. They act like they don't, they'll deny
I can fix her. It's not a meme, it's a real thing. I can fix her.
It. They'll pretend they just want a blonde traditional housewife, but deep down every conservative wants a woman who looks like this, who says the N-word. Government-funded video games. Incredible. At least our government doesn't do weird shit like that. No.
Who's gonna tell her?
No, our government is very normal.
Yep. I saw this. The furry ball.
Believe it or not,
Isn't this like dystopian? Like it's aristocratic dystopia.
Largo Furry Party was on my 2026 bingo card. I miss when this weird shit was just done underground. I miss when these parties were secret. Speaking of, the Epstein files were released.
Oh boy! Yeah! Yeah, for sure! I love that!
Wow!
Wow!
Incredible! The things that
I don't think she's gonna go over this because I literally just saw it come out a few days ago. Like, did you guys see the new Epstein files drop? Epstein got banned on Xbox Live in like, what, 2013 for calling people slurs? He was a regular of 4chan and browsed the Yuri threads. For those that aren't terminally online, Yuri is girl-on-girl love. He gooned to, I think it was like Five Nights at Freddy Corn? Yeah, those animations that people make, like, you know, for the love of the game to goon to it. Like, am I the only one that saw this? I need to go find it, or like none of the YouTube frogs are gonna believe me, because the YouTube frogs are relatively normal people that probably watch me at work. Like, they don't browse Twitter like degenerates like me, you know? I gotta find this. Hold on. There's shitpost rock that posted it. Where is it? Epstein. Yep. So funny. Oh my god, you cannot be serious right now. Epstein learned of fortune and good. I literally just had to type in FNAF for it and immediately brought it up. Food monsters animation thread, and he linked the actual sources for every single one. Oh my god, who's not? You cannot be serious. Oh my god, there's another one. Hold on, before we go back to the video. Yeah, this is the official Microsoft statement for his account. He used this email. Microsoft banned Jeffrey Epstein for Xbox Live for harassment, threats, and or abuse of other players that was severe, repeated, or excessive. Do you realize how hard you had to try to get banned in 2013 on Xbox? You literally had to be yelling slurs 24/7. Not like one time you freaked out and called someone, like, you know, a slur. Like, this is like regular, probably death threats. Yeah, like told someone like, I'm gonna find you and kill you for killing me. God, can you imagine? Played WoW during Kata. Display or transfer. Dude, what if you threatened to dox someone for like killing him in a lobby? This is insane. That's crazy.
Are showing us are eerie enough. I couldn't imagine the things that they're redacting. It is absolutely disgusting that these powerful people are still being protected. We as a country,
and nothing happened, dude. Nothing's gonna happen.
Should be extremely concerned about an international child trafficking ring. This is not just something we all move from, and we kidnapped the president of Venezuela.
Breaking just now, Maduro, the president says, has been captured.
This was
Maduro
insane.
has been captured and flown out of the country.
In total, more than 150 aircraft, bombers, fighters, intelligence, reconnaissance, surveillance, rotary wing were in the air last night.
First pictures of Nicolas Maduro on the Iwo Jima that he was being transferred on.
Trump voters.
Dude, I have to admit though, for me at least, this was like shocking. I feel like our generation grew up just watching us like getting into forever wars in the Middle East after 9/11. I unironically didn't even know it was possible for like us to go to another country, bend them over and butt fuck them for 30 minutes and then just kidnap their leader. Like you could just do that? You could just go in there and get them just like that? Like, genuinely, I was looking at Twitter and 1 minute I was like seeing all these like, you know, footage of explosions and shit. And helicopters and bombers, right? And then the next minute, I was like, why is Dr. Disrespect being, like, posted by the White House official account on Twitter? Like, I actually couldn't believe it. This was insane.
of Nicolas Maduro on the Iwo Jima that he was being transferred on.
Trump voters voted to fix the economy and to afford homes again. They didn't vote to kidnap communists in the middle of the night. Actually, they probably did vote for that. Never mind.
The oil companies are going to go in. They're going to spend money. We're going to take back the oil that, frankly, we should have taken back a long time ago.
Holy shit. This is the most transparent administration in history.
Damn.
They weren't lying. I don't know if it's the Stockholm Syndrome or what, but it's almost refreshing to hear a leader say, yeah, this is about oil. Like, thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for just saying it's about oil. Thank you for not pretending it's about saving democracy and just doing imperialism the old-fashioned way. We have such terrible Middle Eastern war fatigue that it was shocking to not hear about how Venezuela is just jealous of our freedoms or some shit. Like, no, it's just for ExxonMobil.
Thanks, okay. ExxonMobil.
Carry on.
The U.S. used a powerful mystery weapon that brought Venezuelan soldiers to their knees, bleeding through their...
We literally watched an entire video. It was like a 45-minute video by Fern of the Havana Syndrome. I wouldn't have known about this. This is insane. Yeah, the sonic weapons that fry your brain, and then people called them crazy.
Nose and vomiting blood during the daring raid to capture...
Is this not the most insane shit ever? We literally have a laser beam, an invisible laser beam that can bring people down to their knees.
Nicolas Maduro.
Yeah, if you're wondering why we don't have healthcare, this is why. We have invisible laser beams that can make people bleed out their f***ing eyes. Apparently, directed energy weapons are real. The Goy beam is real. Deep state files are real. Havana Syndrome is real. Hell, it's almost like being a conspiracy theorist is just another word for being correct too early.
I am never, ever going to forget the fact that I thought Alex Jones was a fucking retarded lolcow for my entire life. People always memeing on him. He got memed on for the most infamous clip of his on the entire internet that everyone's seen at least once was proven right. They were, in fact, actually turning the frogs gay, bro. It's right.
What's next? COVID was fake?
There have been significant developments in the last 5 to 7 years on social, environment, and technology fronts that could help realize My Carbon initiatives for shaping the future towards smart and sustainable cities. COVID-19 was the test of social responsibility. A huge number of unimaginable restrictions for public health were adopted by billions of citizens across the world. There were numerous examples globally of maintaining social distancing, wearing masks, mass vaccinations, and acceptance of contact tracing applications for public health, which demonstrated the core of individual social responsibility.
Oh, sorry, I just owe many people many apologies. Anyway, Venezuela has no president. Who is going to run Venezuela?
So we are going to run the country.
A few moments later.
Hola amigos, yo soy su nuevo presidente, el señor Donaldo J. Trumpo.
Trumpo!
Can we maybe just fix our country first? Can we fix our broken infrastructure, our education system? Can we do a little nation building in this nation? Can a bitch get a little regime change in our own country, please? And you know, with modern American nation building comes refugees. So who is gonna take in these Venezuelan refugees? Are we? Only the hot ones, apparently. You know,
the big booty Latinas!
The United States increasingly issuing work visas to OnlyFans models based on level of audience reach, according to the Financial Times.
Oh my god, the big booty Latinas posting their booties online are gonna get refugee status. That's crazy.
Imagine being an immigrant from like some poor country, working your ass off to get a work visa in the United States. God. When all you had to do was bend over and show hole. Big booty Latinas to the front, tortas to the back. Anyway.
No, tortas in the middle. Some people like that kind of stuff.
No, boo-boo. My president can kidnap your president. We're invincible. We can regime change anyone we want. Who's next? Canada, Greenland, Cuba? Cuba's literacy rates are higher than ours. Maybe they should come liberate our dumbasses. Kids are swiping on books. But f*** it, the Don Rodotson, baby. Let's go. America is back. Woo! Dick Cheney is looking up at us smiling.
You just looking up at us. I like that reference. It's funny.
Wait for Cuba. Cuba is a communist dictatorship. Their days are numbered.
Trump, listen to me. Wait, Trump doesn't watch this shit. Vance, listen to me. Get people like Lindsey Graham far away from anyone in power right now. This little Venezuela stunt was cute, but we are not touching any other countries. We are not touching the Middle East, especially. No more Middle East. We all have Middle East fatigue. We are done. This whole thing really put into perspective just how weird it was that we were there like for 20 years. You mean we could have just been in and out in a few hours? I guess those poppy fields couldn't maintain themselves though.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Did that drug cartel. Yippee! This looks like a party.
Yeah, sorry, excuse me. But did you forget to check in with Lilith, the
No! Not the white women!
Barista from Bushwick and see how she feels about this?
Trump said the United States will be running Venezuela! Woo! A colony! Woo! Imperialism! All for what? So a fucking multinational corporation can get profit!
Look, white liberal Karens every time. There has never been a more entitled group of people in the history of mankind. Oh, you lived under a communist regime that killed you and your family and starved them for decades upon decades, and you were finally just liberated? Let me tell you why that's actually a bad thing. Don't ever let these psychos gaslight you into believing they have the moral high ground in any case. You just can't.
You know what's funny is I basically said the exact same thing this person said, but I said it less loudly. She has a nose ring and I don't, so I'm right and she's wrong.
True.
End of story. I guess this is just what happens when you dismantle the soft power of things like USAID. We're no longer doing secret regime change operations behind the scenes. Now we're just straight up kidnapping other world leaders in the dead of night. And just saying, it's about oil, which honestly kind of makes me believe it's not about oil. They're never that blatant, right? I mean, what could it be? Like, Israel isn't behind this one. Right?
The implications here are really great for the Venezuelan people.
Holy Freudian slip, hello.
Oh, God damn it. You know, people say I have Israel derangement syndrome, but I'm sorry, I can't help it when they get on TV and say shit like this.
No, it's difficult to hear, but it's time to limit the First Amendment in order to protect it. And quickly before it's too late.
What do you mean?
I mean that we need to control the platforms, all the social platforms. We need to stack rank the authenticity of every person that expresses themselves online and take control over what they are saying based on that ranking.
The government.
The government should do that.
Try explaining that to someone without showing them the video. Go ahead. Yeah, there's a Jewish billionaire named Shlomo who wants to control the internet.
Jesus Christ, what a name.
Okay, man, you're in too deep. No more Instagram reels for you. Anyway, you should have just let us play video games. Now we're perp walking the president of Venezuela down the streets of New York City. But hey, leftists, just think of it this way. By bombing and kidnapping, instead of just doing the usual covert psyops, we saved maybe, what? $1 billion? $1 billion that could go to other, more important things, like defense contractors' stock buybacks.
Oh boy.
Empty Somalian daycares, apparently.
Oh boy.
This is MAGA YouTuber Nick Shirley. Back at a daycare in Minnesota, he alleged was a fraudulent facility in a now viral video. Shirley tries to open locked doors and talk to people at various daycares he claims are frauds.
Yikes. The point is that blacked out doors, they can't give you any information. You call that number, no one answers.
It's not like Nick Shirley was the first person to expose this either, but now it exploded. And the fallout has been bizarre, to say the least.
I think it was fairly obvious the fraud that was taking place, and the only thing that annoys me is that people don't think it's happening everywhere. I grew up not trusting the government, browsing 4chan, looking at conspiracy theories, but something that's like not a conspiracy and has been like true universally in every single government is that the people get corrupted. And if the officials are corrupt, you know fraud's probably not very far behind. It's not very far behind, isn't too far behind. My guess is we just haven't like found it yet. I mean, I watched Asmon's stream on Saturday going all over the Epstein files that basically confirms Pizzagate as well. Everything we thought that was fake was actually turning out to be true. I don't think it's unreasonable at all to think there's like infinity fraud happening everywhere all the fucking time.
least. The funniest part had to be when the infamous luring center claimed to have been broken into the night this all went viral.
Unfortunately, we saw that there was important documentation, enrollment of the children, and also...
What is Pizzagate? Man. Okay, long story short, it was a pizza place that was connected to a child... I can't see the words on YouTube. Not fun time for children ring, you know? Where they sell off... Just look it up. Yeah, Comet Ping Pong, all that shit. Yeah, just look it up.
Employee documentation that was gone. There were also checkbooks that were ripped from our check papers that were ripped from our book. This is devastating news.
Oh no, somebody broke into the daycare and stole all the paperwork we needed to prove we are a legit operation. Please ignore my suspicious exact paperwork we need to prove we are a legit operation shaped belly. Listen, no hate to the Somalians, but when my family came here 100 years ago, we did organized crime the right way. We would have had Tim Walls and cement shoes at the bottom of Lake Superior. This is just sad.
It was a little bit more covert, you know? That's what I'm saying. Everybody's fucking doing it, bro.
This is cartoonishly pathetic. Listen, nobody is gonna want to support government programs
everywhere.
If they think it's all going to like this. If you want
people are just gonna stop paying taxes.
People to support a welfare state, you have to make sure that welfare is actually going to real things that help real people. Listen, it's already hard enough to convince a right-wing audience that there's more to leftism than Reddit and butt sex. Now I have to convince them the wealth redistribution I advocate for isn't all going to Somalian welfare pirates. Thanks. That money should be spent on more important things like New Gaza. That's right, the World Economic Forum and Jared Kushner are proud to present New Gaza. Yes, the demolition project is finally complete, folks. Time to build a Sweet Green and a f***ing Deloitte branch on top of the bodies of thousands of dead children.
Oh boy.
Hell is not hot enough, ladies and gentlemen.
We need a seventh hell.
Anyway, because of all this fraud stuff, Tim Walls is stepping down, which is sad to see because he has to be one of my favorite characters in modern America lore. The first white male DEI hire, the last white dude for Kamala Harris, a dying breed. But hey, maybe this marks an official end to the Kamala Harris era, and we can move on and focus on rebuilding the Democratic Party to something more.
Harris stepping toward another White House run.
Oh boy.
No. We are not doing this. No. I swear to God, the Democratic Party is like an old friend addicted to heroin or something. You want to help them, you do everything you can to help them, but they don't listen. They keep doing stupid f***ing things and hurting themselves. But you just can't give up on them. You can't. You want to see them get better. You know deep down, they could be how they used to be. But it's hopeless. And all your other friends keep saying to you, just forget them. Just forget them, it's not worth it. Come hang out with us instead. But those friends are on crack. Those friends are on crack cocaine. But this Minneapolis fraud thing is looking pretty bad for Tim Walz and the Democrats. People aren't just gonna forget about this, and an ICE officer just shot a woman in the face in Minneapolis.
You can hear the agents tell the woman to get out of the car and approach the SUV. The woman then drives forward. That's when the shots are fired, the car crashing.
As I was writing this video, an innocent woman was picking her kids up from school when an ICE officer jumped in front of her car and randomly shot her in the face. Or an angry protester was blocking the road and tried to run over an ICE officer with her car, so he shot in self-defense. Depends on how you look at it. Depends on how you voted, apparently. The way
I don't know how political streamers and content creators cover this shit all day, every day. I really don't. It drives me up the fucking wall. I muted keywords about this on my Twitter because I got sick of seeing it. It is absolutely fucking exhausting reading biased take after biased take about every tragedy that happens because the only goal is to ever use it as a political bludgeon to club your enemy over the head with. It's so tiring.
I see it, this woman was not trying to hit him. She was not trying to run him over. I think she was trying to drive away. And in an alternate universe, he dodges the car and she drives away. And it's easy to be like, oh, in hindsight, he should have done this, he should have done that. That's like so much of the discourse right now I'm seeing is just in hindsight this, in hindsight that. And it's easy for us to say in hindsight, you know, after the fact. It's easy to say he could have, he should have, but all he saw was a car revving up and going towards him. This has been one of the most insane political Rorschach tests I've ever seen seen in my life. It really all comes down to how you view ICE and police officers in general.
I think it's reasonable to believe she didn't want to hit him, but like in this moment of like fight or flight, she also didn't care if she did hit him. And maybe it is his fault. Maybe you're not supposed to step in front of the car, or maybe you're supposed to stand in front of the car as a police officer when you're arresting someone. Fuck if I know. I'm not the police. I don't know their fucking protocol. I've heard the story where it's the wheels were turning right. I've heard the story of where the wheels are facing him, and initially they spun out because of the ice on the road, which would have ran him over, so he got lucky. I've heard she like made eye contact with him as she accelerated. I heard all of it before I muted this topic because I got so sick of it. But at the end of the day, and maybe I'm not alone on this, it doesn't really feel like it matters, because what ends up happening is both sides of the political spectrum form their narrative, form their talking points, and then everything goes to shit. Discourse completely goes out the window. Everyone has to choose a side. They choose their side, and anyone who's left in the middle with like a nuanced opinion, like we should hold law enforcement that makes like mistakes accountable but still support them for to do their job, gets shit on by Twitter for not conforming to the narrative of either party. It doesn't matter how tragic it is. It doesn't matter if someone dies. This happens every single fucking time. In fact, I would argue that if someone dies, then that directly results in even less people being willing to talk about it, because emotions run so high and people get so upset that having this discourse or any form of dialogue becomes impossible.
At all. Leftists view ICE as completely illegitimate. Same with the police, they want to abolish both. So you're not going to get a real unbiased conversation with those people.
Exactly.
Because why the f should a protester respect ICE in the first place? And many, not all, conservatives tend to be complete and utter f***ing bootlickers. Completely unable to criticize anything the police do. ICE can do no wrong. Don't tread on me becomes tread harder, daddy, real fast. This is extremely aggravating discourse, and you should be questioning anyone who takes a really firm, hard stance either way and like can't fathom how the other side is seeing what they're
saying. That is bad,
the first episode of my old Hellworld series was actually all about police brutality. It was all about police brutality towards innocent protesters. I was a little more ACAB-y back then.
Oh, she was spicy.
I was a little more libbed the f*** out back then. But hey, to be fair to me back then, that is what happens when you live in the sheltered suburbs of Long Island in your parents' basement versus having a kid and living in the city for 4 years. The police are a taxpayer-funded HR department for structural violence. They exist solely to protect the rights of private property. Yeah, we need more police. Police are good. Police are great. Give the police more guns. More guns. Give them more guns. Tanks. Tanks, even. Tanks! My overall opinion is still basically the same. I'm very critical of the police. I am very pro First Amendment. Protesting is a fundamental American right, and we can't just go around labeling protesters domestic terrorists. That is an insane, slippery slope. And if you support that, I promise you will come back to bite you in the ass. So good luck in 2028 when President Newsom knocks you up.
Whoa, knocks you up?
Whoa, knocks you up. Whoa, what's going on here? Good luck in 2028 when President Newsom locks you up for protesting against mandatory forced feminization or whatever the f it is Democrats do. What do they do? Nothing. They do nothing. I don't f***ing know. I left this joke blank. Something pronouns. Like, God forbid the state ever turns me into Swiss cheese and the president's like, she was a radical leftist lunatic. The people called her Kami Mommy. Can you believe that, folks? Kami Mommy. Sad. And some people were like,
she likes VTubers. Oh,
up mocking
how
this woman,
horrible,
celebrating it. And then when people were like, what the f***, they were like, well, you got Charlie Kirk, so now we got one of your guys. Is that what we're doing now? We're just.
Oh my god. That's why I had to mute the fucking keywords. I've seen those people on Twitter. Entirely wrong. Completely disgusting. But I've also seen the other side suing for peace and saying it's immoral that you could defend ICE shooting a civilian. And then if you keyword search those accounts with like the term Kirk, They were celebrating when he was killed. I don't support celebrating her death. Obviously, that's fucking awful. But I support calling out little rat hypocrites that like to pretend that they're like holier than thou, when in reality they're biased fucking retards with an agenda. That just reminded me of another point. I don't even know if I should say this. Actually, no, I don't fucking care. This has been pissing me off. Let me put it this way. I expect retards on Twitter to like blindly defend shit based on political lines all the fucking time. That happens just consistently. But what I don't usually see that's been making the rounds this time, specifically in the VTuber sphere, on Twitter, are these fucking entitled V-tweeters saying shit like, I'm giving my follow list 48 hours to denounce ICE! And if you don't, I'm unfollowing you and I'm never gonna support you! I will never support you and you should feel ashamed! That shit, that makes me see red. I have so many slurs I want to fucking call you. If you're doing that and you follow me, go fuck yourself. You are a fucking retard. No VTuber, no streamer in general owes you a single fucking thing. Nobody owes you shit. Especially not when you're a fucking VTuber or V-tweeter that doesn't even fucking stream. You have no fucking skin in the game. Nothing at stake. No sponsors to lose. No fans to disappoint. Who don't want to hear fucking politics. But yeah, tell every single person you follow, every big VTuber too, by the way, that they need to agree with you or you'll fucking label them a bigot and a Nazi. Fuck you. The absolute fucking gall you have to think you're owed some sort of political statement from streamers who want to just do their thing and have nothing to do with politics. The fact that you think you have some sort of authority to drag apolitical VTubers into your personal fucking crusade, the fact that you think you have this ultimatum that carries weight to the point that people who've spent years building their community up and their streams now have to fucking jeopardize what they've built to appease your stupid dumbass. Or you'll slander them and cancel them. Like, actually go fuck yourself.
Gonna keep killing each other back and forth? Is that what this is now? Like some kind of civil war? Who gets me in the national divorce? Hell yeah, 2 Christmases. Like you agreed with me when I was upset about the reactions people had about Charlie Kirk, and then you're over here like, boo-hoo, she was a stupid libtard. Honestly, some of you just don't have morals. You have like temporary weapons you can use to bludgeon people you don't like.
Exactly, the bludgeon.
You and all the people who mock Charlie Kirk are all going in the pit, and you can come out when you learn how to be normal. In my opinion, a lot of focus on illegal immigration should go to the employers employing illegal immigrants for cheaper scab labor. I feel like that's really important, and like we're not doing that. It's kind of interesting that the government is focused so hard on immigration right now, but like apparently hasn't made any like real actual legislative change to the laws of immigration. Dragging Jose out of Home Depot might work for now, but they have to be working on something more substantial, right? Well, Palantir, the company named after the evil crystal ball in Lord of the Rings.
I can't believe this is real too, by the way. Chat, look it up.
Right. Is apparently working on a new tool for ICE. And what does it do? Oh, nothing really. Just creates a map of deportation targets, pulls up a dossier on them, and assigns them a confidence score. Because if there's one thing we can trust, it's a private Silicon Valley tech company's algorithm deciding who gets disappeared. Every single surveillance tool starts by simply protecting us. It's only gonna affect the baddies. But who are the baddies? Today it's illegal immigrants, tomorrow it's furries, next week it's people who are into feet, and before you know it, it's fans of VTubers.
Chat, you can hide in my tail! Don't worry! I'll protect you!
You know, on second thought, I don't buy into the propaganda that simply enforcing border security, something every developed country has, is akin to Nazi Germany. Sorry, I don't. Build a wall? Hitler. Deport illegal immigrants? Hitler. Just kick out the criminal ones, at least? Hitler. Like, there's no other option besides open borders that is acceptable to some people, and I don't get that. What I do get, however, is that people don't want to live under a Palantir police state, where people can't even film ICE agents without getting put on some kind of fucking list.
Like I said, zero fucking middle ground. With us or against us. You're either for infinity illegal immigrants, abolish police and no guns, or you're for infinity wars for Israel, tax breaks for the rich, and a fucking police state. You have to stop letting the retarded, politically captured schizos be like the prevailing voice of the political parties. It's not that hard. Just disavow them, put them in the box or the pit, as Shoe said. Put them in the pit. Put them there and let the normal adults talk. Revoke their internet access at bare minimum or something. God.
I feel like there has to be some kind of normal, sane option besides total free-for-all, globo-homo.
Whoa, YouTube, it's a word. It's not what you think.
Peter Thiel, nightmare tech bro dystopia. Like, how is it not possible to just, like, be normal? Be normal. Hey, it's cool the DHS created a portal where you can see all the people they have been deporting. One guy was deported back to Yugoslavia.
Oh, that's the country my parents still say. Along with the Czech Republic or whatever the fuck. Next, you're gonna be saying the overall Slavic Baltics, man. It's crazy.
Yugoslavia doesn't exist anymore. We sent that motherfucker back in time.
Yeah.
Listen, what happened to Renee Good was a tragedy. It was terrible, but hopefully nothing like this ever happens again. And another person was shot by ICE in Minneapolis.
According to a preliminary Department of Homeland Security report, 2 Border Patrol agents discharged their weapons, seen here in graphic cell phone video captured by eyewitnesses. 10 shots fired off in total in just seconds. Preddy pronounced dead on the scene.
To be absolutely clear, stuff is still coming out about this as I am filming. Literally.
Like I said earlier, I muted ICE keywords in the middle of the last one. So I don't know near as much about this one as I do the last one. But when I watched a little bit of Asmon's stream on my day off, it looked very messy and a lot of less defensible. It's a lot less defensible than the last one. But that's just based literally on one clip I saw. I know nothing else about it. I've seen 0 alternate angles. I've read 0 breakdowns. I know nothing about the guy or if he's a good or bad person. I don't know what happened leading up to the shooting. I didn't look at any of it. It just seems much more likely ICE actually fucked up here from the one clip on Asmon's stream that I watched for 5 minutes. And should that be the case, I think it's entirely reasonable to want to hold them accountable. You as an American, regardless of political affiliation, should want your law enforcement held accountable if they make a mistake. Otherwise, they may start thinking they're untouchable. They grow emboldened. Like, I feel like it encourages bad police work. However, as I alluded to earlier, it is entirely reasonable to have that opinion and feel that way, but it also completely separates that from your opinion on law enforcement as a whole. You can support a thing while also wanting that thing to be held accountable to a higher standard, despite what Twitter might tell you, okay?
As I am filming, this happened. You know, there's no body cam footage yet, so I could be totally wrong. Totally possible. However, first impressions of watching the video at multiple angles, multiple times. Yeah, I think they just fucking murdered that guy. It looks like they took his gun and then shot him. Like 10 officers come over to him, wrestle him to the ground, the agent disarms him, take his gun, they yell gun, 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 and then they shoot him several times in the back. More information can come out, but the compulsive bootlicking I have been seeing has been fucking insane.
Why does a nurse feel compelled to go confront ICE armed with a 9mm handgun?
Only one person could have prevented this from happening, and it's Alex Preddy.
Yeah, who goes to a protest and brings a gun? Look, if the government can take a firearm from you and then kill you because you had a firearm, then nobody actually has a right to own a firearm. If that is how it works, then there's actually no such thing as the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment does not exist. I feel like some people genuinely just forget that police are just people. ICE officers are just people. They're literally just people who work for the government like anyone else. They're DMV employees with guns. They can be stupid. They can be bad. They can make mistakes. Like,
just
I don't
like
know what
everyone
it is
else
about some
out there
people.
with
Like,
a
once
job.
someone has a badge, it's like, that person is just a perfect angel and cannot be criticized at all. You're telling me all I have to do to get you fucking people to listen to me is to dress like this?
Oh my god, yes!
Alright, fair enough. Stop gooning. None of this would have happened if ICE agents were being trained better instead of being rushed through the system with little to no training. And if Minnesota just worked alongside ICE to make sure they were doing this in a safe and more effective way instead of just egging on a fucking jihad against them. Also, if ICE's goal is to round up pedophiles and fraudsters, I hear there's a pretty big list of pedophiles and fraudsters that need to be rounded up. Unfortunately, we'll never fucking get to see it. I'm trying to make this video somewhat funny and entertaining, but I'm not gonna lie, this is really bleak. Is America okay? Can we please go one single day without living through a major historical event, please?
I almost didn't react to this chat. Like, this one was too far. I saw the ice in the thumbnail the other night and I groaned. Like, I did not want to deal with this because I know it brings out the schizos like crazy. The only reason I did it it's because I love Shoe and I trust you guys. I feel like we've cultivated a very healthy audience of smugglers that aren't schizos, that don't need to agree with every single thing I say, that can understand where I'm coming from.
And a bunch of new Epstein files just dropped.
Oh,
great.
Fuck!
We're going to war with Iran soon, aren't we?
Oh,
Where
boy.
was I? This just says Mr. Beast tendies.
Oh no, no, I will not eat the slop.
No,
I'm not eating the slop. I saw this, no.
Simulating a chicken's body, and the cells are just multiplying. Honestly, can't tell the difference. What the heck?
I bet you can. You're just saying that. There's no shot.
Not live in a pod. I will not eat the Antichrist lab-grown chicken tendies. I completely forgot about this. Sorry, I am not on my Vyvanse today, folks. I forgot to take my normal pills.
I never am.
It wasn't long before the race hustlers took advantage of the terrible Renee Good situation in Minneapolis.
Say Her Name is a movement started by Black women, for Black women specifically, and it's not appropriate to use in regards to Renee Good.
She deserves a hashtag and everything. It should not be Say Her Name. Say Her Name is reserved for Black women.
This is not for any other race. Simple as that.
Say Her Name is specifically reserved for Black women.
Say Her Name is for Black women.
It feels kind of wrong being here in some way. I don't know why.
Why do you think? Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Dude.
Why? That's called white guilt, honey.
You can't be racist towards white people, Chad. Don't forget that. It's so low IQ, man. These turbo retards are just like creating more racism by being racist themselves. You get accuse your enemy of what you're doing while you're doing it. It's like an actual classic. We literally looked at it. Where is it? Where the fuck is it? Right here. Yeah, we literally looked at it a couple of hours ago. Can't do it.
That's the white guilt you're feeling.
Yep.
It's amazing. You could literally be killed by the state for the cause. And these fucking people will still disgrace you for the curse of being born Caucasian. This is very woke 1.0. I thought it was dark woke time.
Nobody forgetting Renee Good. She has achieved the highest honor a white person can achieve. Race traitor.
Can't be racist towards white people, chat.
She has achieved the highest honor a white person can achieve. Race traitor. And this type of psychotic rhetoric seems to be working because like 70% of the videos I see of people like trying to disrupt ICE has been white women. White women literally throwing themselves at armed officers like lemmings off a fucking cliff for street tacos.
Shit.
What the hell is going on with white women? Who will save the white race?
Ah yes, Hitler's strongest soldiers. A Mexican, a Dominican, a black guy, and a Looksmaxxer.
That Looksmaxxer is none other than Clavicular.
Oh, that guy,
Clavicular
yeah.
is a Gen Z influencer and live streamer who got his start within the niche red pill communities and has recently blown up to mainstream popularity, especially in right-wing circles. His main claim to fame is Looksmaxxing.
I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna politely disagree on the anecdotal basis of, like, I had never heard of him until Twitter decided to spam me with the video of him running over that guy in his Cybertruck. Apparently he had some sort of stalker that wouldn't leave him alone, and he was hanging over the hood of his car, and he just runs him over, just straight up. And I guess he never got criminally charged because he's just still out and out doing content, you know, doing his thing. It's actually insane.
Looksmaxxing, for those of you who are employed, is...
That was him. Yes, that was him. It was crazy. It's like, oh, he's mewing Looksmaxxing. No, I just know him. He was the guy that just ran him over. I think of him Pippa tweeted about it.
Looksmaxxing is a term for aggressively maximizing one's physical attractiveness through routines like skincare, facial exercises, mewing, fitness, and sometimes...
Pippa tweeted based. Yeah, she quote tweeted and just said based. Yeah, the guy's stalker was really fucking annoying.
Extreme cosmetic procedures, originating in online incel forums but popularized on TikTok, focusing on enhancing features like jawline and bone structure.
I personally think it's interesting to see men adopting the insane beauty rituals that women have been doing for decades. But now that a man is doing it, it's seen as psychopathic or gay.
Yeah, I fucking hate that shit. Oh, you're not allowed to use makeup, that's fucking gay.
A woman will literally spend thousands of dollars on hair, makeup, skincare, peptides, plastic surgery, fillers, Botox, red light therapy, moon water, and we just call her Stacey. But a man does it, and we call him Patrick Bateman. A woman reshapes her entire face with makeup? Normal. A man reshapes his jawline with makeup? Gay. A woman wears a push-up bra to make her tits look bigger? Empowering. A man shoves socks in his shoes to make himself taller?
Or have a bigger package down there, too. I've heard of that one.
Liar. A woman gets lip filler? Typical. A man smashes his face with a hammer to make his jaw swell up?
I think that's a little bit extreme. I don't know about that one.
Okay, yeah, that one's a little insane. One of the Looksmaxxing tips some young men are apparently doing is called bone smashing, where they take a hard object, usually a hammer, and smash the bones in their face to make their face temporarily swell up and allegedly give them that Chad jawline.
Oh my god.
Honestly?
And you wanna know the worst part is that most of these people are being ironic and then people actually do it.
Don't knock it till you try it. Here we go.
Go back. I like the other one better, please. No. Slay!
Perfect.
Yes, girlfriend.
So that concludes this episode of the Hellworld Report. If you liked it, please subscribe and...
By the way, this is all from makeup. Yeah, she's Rizmaxing, dude.
Consider donating to my Patreon, link down below. It helps the channel, and I appreciate it so much. If you don't want to do that, you can also put a little tip down in the tip jar somewhere over here somewhere.
The eyebrows? Like oh my god, they're so
yeah,
fucked up.
It's just gonna ask you something on the screen down there. If you have some stories you want me to cover in the next Hellworld Report, be sure to send them to me on Twitter at Shoe0nHead. I will give you a little shout out if I wind up using the story in the next episode. Okay, and I will see you guys with a new fun slop video. I keep promising a slop video. Slop! Terrible things keep happening. I'm sorry.
That's not your fault.
Next video is a slop video.
That's not your fault.
I promise.
It's okay.
Bye!
All the patrons are fucking simps. It's cute, I like that. Ah, wonderful. Love Shoe. Give me that slap. This video was something, huh? It was that bad. You guys did so good. You're in the simplest? Well, yeah, I mean, I fucking, you know, I watch your content. Might as well give back, you know? Yeah. Can we watch another one of her videos? No! I have a strict limit on one video per content creator a day. Yeah. Down, down, down. Yep, there she was. Yeah, that's me. I like this jam out at the end. Very informative. Thanks for Hellworld. Oh boy, thank you so much, Shoe. We need, you know what? We need more police, Shoe. She reminds me of Officer Caitlin. Yeah, you know that skin? Yeah, she looks like Officer Caitlin. She could cosplay her easily. I'm telling you. Oh my god, can you just no? Okay, I'll just go fuck myself. Can you just what? Let me sit! There we go. Okay, that works. Yeah, that one. Bro, where'd it go? There we go. Yeah, it looks like her. Telling you. It's a good video. Donald Wald again. It would be cool if we watched a funny video. How about we fucking do what I want, bitch? You're a mod. Lick my boots. Caitlin Shoe June. She could cosplay Caitlin easily. Look at all these simps!
Who's big government's good little boy? You are little boy.
I'm telling you, she's got it, man. She could totally pull it off. She just needs like a little more accessories, maybe the glasses.